Hey boo, do you want to achieve the look that you see in the picture? Make sure you watch this bomb ass eyebrow tutorial. Plus I got all the tea on how to move past a bomb ass you know what. Don't forget to subscribe, sis.
I guess I really don't know what Christmas is all about. Isn't there anyone who knows what Christmas is all about?
What's up YouTube? It's your girl Bree and I'm back with another motherfucking video. Y'all, it's Vlogmas and your girl is lit. I'm so ready to upload every single day until Christmas. This is gonna be my first Vlogmas, so I'm excited. And I just thought today I would do something simple and let my first video be like a quick little tutorial. Everybody always compliments me on my eyebrows. Like, I've been getting compliments like for like the last maybe 2 or 3 years, ever since I got good at doing my own eyebrows. And y'all, let me just tell you, eyebrows, it's not gonna happen overnight. Like, you literally have to train yourself on how to basically trace your eyebrows. You don't want to like necessarily draw your eyebrows on, because then you get that boxy look. You get this look over here. Oh! And sis, we don't want that. We don't want that. Like, you never know, you might, you might go to jail and then you're stuck with these eyebrows on your mugshot, and your mugshot is going to haunt you. Your mugshot is going to follow you. Like, people are going to Google you when you make it and when you become a celebrity, and they're going to pull up, this mugshot, and you're going to be looking like she was. Like, you do not want to draw your eyebrows on. So today I'm going to teach you guys how I do my eyebrows. It's going to be a tutorial on my technique. And this is not to necessarily say this is a right technique or this is a wrong technique. This is just how I taught myself in my routine. If you're going to do like a makeup look or an eyeshadow look, at least have your eyebrows filled in, or have them done to where they look like they've been filled in, or they look like they've been tinted. Or go get your eyebrows tinted, which I said that I was gonna probably start getting my eyebrows tinted, because I just feel like that might be more convenient for me. I feel like I'm, much more quicker now, but you still have to take your time, because that very little mistake that you make with your eyebrows, I'm telling you, you're gonna get pissed and you're gonna not even wanna go no more. You're gonna hit your friends up like, bitch, I'm not going. Because I'm telling you, it like really takes practice. Practice makes perfect. And it took me a while. Y'all, when I tell y'all my eyebrows used to be hurt, I wish I could find a picture, like a selfie or something. I used to think I was that bitch. Now I feel like I've gotten better. A lot of people compliment me on my eyebrows. I told people what to do, like verbally told them, and they started doing it and using that technique. And their eyebrows are actually coming out great. Like, I'm like, oh, I taught you how to do that. I feel so proud. So we gotta go ahead and get straight into this video so I can teach y'all too. This is just basically what I do. Make sure y'all go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. Again, I'm gonna be participating in Vlogmas, and turn on your post notification bell so you can be notified every day that I upload a video. And we're gonna get straight into this video, period.
Bruh.
Y'all probably sitting here like, girl, if you don't tell me how to do my damn eyebrows. Y'all, if y'all are wondering why I'm drinking wine, I'm just trying to set the mood, because instead of doing a voiceover tutorial, I want to actually do like a little girl chit chat. I just feel like voiceovers kind of like put you to sleep, and I just kind of want to, add a little spice to the tutorial. You don't want to only learn how to do your eyebrows. You want some advice as well, some female advice. So today's topic is going to basically be how to cut a nigga off, how to basically know when to cut a nigga off, and how to move on, like, without feeling like, depressed and feeling hurt and heartbroken and like your life is just completely over. Before we continue, I want to tell y'all what products I use for my eyebrows. I just have like this regular brush with the spoolie on the end, and then the flat tip on the other end. It's the brush. She done been down with me since the sandbox, like for real. And I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow dip or dip brow pomade in the color dark brown. But it looks like this little, it comes in this little tube. And y'all, this little ass tube of eyebrow, dip brow, or whatever you want to call it, is over $20. But y'all, let me tell y'all, like, you might look at it like, why would I pay $24 for this? When I tell y'all, I literally bought a tube like this in 2017 and I still have lots left to go. That's 4 years. This literally will last you for 2 to 3 years, especially if you don't use a lot of it. And as far as like concealer, I don't know why I keep trying to get it to focus because it's just not working tonight. I also have this Pro Concealer in the color medium beige, number GC978. And I just started using this makeup brush. It's just like a flat, like square kind of brush that you can kind of like brush out your concealer with. But these are basically the only 4 products that I use. And if I decide to use concealer, a different concealer, which I'll probably have to use this tonight because I don't think I have any more of this. This is basically all the products that I use for my eyebrows. And we gonna talk about these niggas. Because these niggas be acting up, honey. So first, you want to start off with clean eyebrows. Meaning, wash your face, make sure there's no old product left on your eyebrow. If you want fresh look, make sure you clean your eyebrows with whatever soap or skincare stuff you be using. Make sure you clean your eyebrows really good. And so I start off, and y'all, I have funny eyebrows, my natural eyebrows. I haven't had my eyebrows waxed in like probably since 2016. I don't know. I just, ever since I started like filling in my eyebrows, I haven't had them waxed. But my natural eyebrows kind of go up like this. But anyways, so you want to start off with clean eyebrows. This little piece, it naturally grows this way. If I feel like it's going to get in my way, or if I feel like, you know, I'm not going to be able to manage it or conceal it, I'll just cut it off. But I normally just brush my eyebrows up, then kind of like comb them down this way. So let me tell y'all the tea. Basically, when cutting a guy off that you've been dealing with and that you've kind of like been, you know, messing around with, I feel like the signs are always there, but we as women, we ignore the signs because we try to see the good in people. And that's when we begin to give them chance after chance. So y'all, I basically messed up my eyebrow when I first started filming. So I just decided to go ahead and finish it off camera. And this is basically what you're trying to achieve. This is how I do my eyebrows. And I went ahead and I did the concealer or whatever while we discuss these niggas, honey, because these niggas is acting up, honey. So anyways, I'm going to take a little bit of my eyebrow dip or dip brow, and I'm just going to basically lightly stroke it and kind of brush it against the tubing, because you don't want to use too much product on your brush. You just want to do light strokes. You want to have enough product but not too much. And I basically start here where the bottom of my eyebrow is. I don't start here. So I think this is where a lot of females like mess up their eyebrows. They start here and they have that boxy dark look. You want to start where your eyebrows are the most tinted, which is like right here. And you want to start tracing. Don't be too heavy-handed, but get enough product on your eyebrows to where you can tell that you're filling them in. And when I get to this part right here, I just kind of like start to curve a little bit and still be at the bottom. And as y'all can tell, my eyebrows are not done, so you see those extra hairs, but we're gonna clean it up at the end. Once you get down here, you just want to kind of like drag it down here and trace the bottom of it. So you want to trace downward. So however far you want your eyebrows to go, however far your natural ones go. I just like natural. So once you're done with that part, you want to take some more eyebrow dip or dip brow pomade, whatever you want to call it. And then you want to start at the top. At the top, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to start a little bit back here, where this part is. And as far as the top part, is however thick you want your eyebrows. I like mine just a little bit above where my natural eyebrow is, because I have these little peaks at the top naturally. My eyebrow, like, it might have like weird hairs that grow at the top, and I want to match those because my eyebrows are not done. So I just like give it like the extra space above my eyebrow, but I still want it to look like, you know, like it's a part of it, like it's supposed to be a part of my eyebrow. Once you get to this part right here, again, I have extra hair that I have to cover up because my eyebrows are not done, so that's why it's a little thick right now, but we're gonna fix it. Don't get scared. We're gonna fix it. And then we want to start connecting and kind of like making like this part thinner. You don't want to match it. You don't want it to be too thick right here. You want to make it as thin as possible, like you're drawing a wing on with your eyeliner on your eye. You want it to connect. We're gonna clean this up with concealer and make it look like a eyebrow. You want to kind of curve it a little. You don't want it to be square. You want to curve it and connect it, like right here. And then this should be thinning out. And then what you want to do is start filling in your eyebrows. But you want to do light strokes, light strokes. You want to fill in anywhere where it looks like it has gaps. So yeah, basically with these men folks, I feel like we as women, we see the signs, but we're so into the guy at the moment that we ignore those signs. And it's like, it's only going to be for so long that those signs are going to get worse. And what you ignored in the beginning is just going to come, like, they're going to start showing their true colors. They can't fake it for so long. And it's like the signs that you see that you ignore, it's like eventually you're not going to be able to ignore those signs. You're going to have to address those signs. You're going to have to react based off those signs, because those signs are there for a reason. And I just feel like once a guy starts disrespecting you and you've told him how you felt about it, and he continues to disrespect you no matter how you feel, like at that point, I just feel like he's not going to respect you. A man is going to do what you allow him to do. And if you allow him to continue to disrespect you, the disrespecting is going to get worse. And then you're going to start to see a side of him that you won't like or you won't love. And I just feel like disrespect falls under different categories. It falls under all types of categories, as far as them hanging up on you when you're trying to address something or you're trying to express something and they may not like something that you said, when they talk over you, when you're trying to express your feelings, when y'all are in front of company and they basically are trying to talk to you like you're their kid, like versus their woman, Like, I just feel like it's a lot of stuff that falls under disrespect when they're, you know, flirting with other women and, you know, doing it in your face. Like, when they're doing stuff like that and the respect is not there, when the respect is not there, the love can't be there. Like, you have to have respect out of everything. Like, you can't love somebody and not respect them. It's just gonna turn into something toxic that you don't want to deal with. So I feel like that's a sign, like the disrespectfulness, the communication. Communication is key. When I tell you communication is key, it is key. Once you start to see like that he can't even, you know, pick up the phone and tell you, hey, I'm not gonna make it tonight, or hey, we're gonna have to reschedule, or basically telling you what you need to know, like telling you important things. He don't have to tell you his every move. Like, you want to still give a guy space, but once it starts to become a thing, like, damn, why didn't you just call me and tell me, or why didn't you just, you know, and I feel like communication can be worked on, but once you start to express yourself multiple times to a guy and you start to repeat the same thing, you start to hear yourself saying the same thing over and over again, I just feel like it's just not going to work. Like, I feel like men make time for who they want to make time for, and they make time for what they want to make time for. I feel like with communication, they don't feel like checking in or sending us something as simple as a good morning text is, you know, is going to make your day. They don't feel like that's important. Like, you just telling me good morning when you wake up versus me seeing you on Instagram active or you on Facebook active and you haven't even sent me a good morning text. Like, they don't realize what that does. Like, it's just kind of like, damn, I'm not even important enough for you to send a good morning text to. I'm not even important enough for you to send a good night text to. I'm not even, you know what I'm saying, important enough for if you see a missed call from me or you see a missed FaceTime from me, and as soon as you know, become available, you don't even hit me back. Like, it's just kind of like, I feel like all of that kind of like falls under the same thing as far as communication. Like, check in, respond, show me that I'm some type of priority in your life. Like, you know what I'm saying? But as soon as we do it as women, they feel they want to be, you know, babies then. They want to be like, well, why you ain't hit me up? Or why you ain't call me all day? And it's just kind of like, okay, the phone works both ways. Like, you know, I just feel like communication is key. And I feel like when the communication is not there, I'm telling you that relationship is not going to work out. Like, you have to communicate with your partner. You have to communicate with the person that you're dealing with, because if you do not communicate, how am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to act? I feel like okay, let me get back to this tutorial, because so when you get to this space right here, y'all, this is very important. This is where the boxy look that I showed y'all in the beginning of the lady in the mugshot. This is kind of how this happens. People put too much product right here. You don't want to put that much product right here, because you don't need that much product. Your natural eyebrows, like, you see how my natural eyebrows, how light it is right here? It's only a few hairs right here. So you want to mimic your eyebrow as much as you can. So I just kind of like do like a light underline, like very light. And I've started going, like, drawing little lines going upward. Like, little light, very, very light. When I tell you I can't emphasize light, I don't know how to emphasize it as much as I'm trying to. Like, you have to, like, lightly stroke those hairs up, because you don't want to have that boxy black duct tape look. You don't want for it to look, you know how it looks when they do the tinted eyebrows, how it looks before they wipe it off. You don't want that look. Like, you want to literally do light strokes. So you're going to go upward. You're going to draw. This is how I do mine. You can go upward like this. And then as you get right here, you can kind of make it darker because you want it to look like it's ombre kind of. Because that's how your eyebrows literally look. They look ombre. They start off light and then they get darker. Literally, you want to barely touch your face. And you want to kind of like, you know how you plucking something? That's how you want your hand motion to be when it comes to this part right here. You don't want to put too much product right here because this is not the part of your eyebrow that has like a dark tint. So you want to make it as natural as possible. And you want to draw your line to where it's not that visible, to where you can kind of like brush it out to make it less visible. That's why you don't want to do a harsh underline right here. And you want to stop right here where your eyebrow, where the last hair stops. Like you don't want to be all over here. So now we want to get into concealing, which it might look like they're uneven right now, but I have like some type of whitehead right here, which makes it look even more uneven. And this line right here is actually from the concealer, which once you do a full face, you can kind of like blend that up and make it. But once I conceal this, you'll see as far as like what I'm talking about. It'll start to look even once I conceal it. So this is how it looks without concealer. And we're gonna go ahead and clean it up so it can look like this. I'm gonna use the Pro Sealer, LA Girl Pro Sealer in the medium beige. And so I just take a little bit. Normally I have like the other one where I can just dip it in and then take out the spoolie and trace it like that. But since I don't have no more of that, I'm going to put a little bit on my hand. I'm gonna use this brush. I just feel like, you know, if a man can get up early in the morning and get straight on Instagram, or get up early in the morning and hop straight on Facebook or whatever social media or whatever hobby they have, hop straight on Sports Center or whatever, I feel like it only takes probably literally a second or not even a second to type out good morning. Like literally. So I just feel like when they can get up and go on about their day and not reach out to you, not communicate with you at all, it's like you're not a priority. So why make him a priority? And I just feel like when you have those type of signs, it's just time to cut them off. You don't want to spend too much time and, you know, basically putting all this effort into a situation that you see the signs and you know for a fact it's not going to last. So when I start to trace my eyebrows, I start here with the concealer. And again, you just do light strokes and you want to go right underneath your eyebrow, like right literally underneath your eyebrow. You don't want them to see any of your mistakes. Like the concealer is basically your best friend. It's cleaning up for you. So any mistakes that you may have made, the concealer is going to clean it up for you. And they would never know that you made any type of mistakes if you clean it up the right way. So you want to literally be right underneath your eyebrow. And you want to literally clean up every mistake you made. Like I made a mistake by putting a little, I think it was like a piece of the brush and it dragged a piece of product right there. And you want to clean it up. Again, I feel like these eyebrows will turn out better if I get them waxed, my natural eyebrows. But it's still gonna be cute. And when you get down here, you want to basically drag it out. But if you made any mistakes at the top, you want to make sure you correct those mistakes too. You don't want to correct the bottom mistakes and then the top, you still see where you made a mistake. So with the top, you're going to do the same thing, but you have to literally be careful because I've made this mistake so many times to where I'll start concealing and I'm trying to be so fast and I end up doing this number and putting concealer in the part that I filled in. And now I have to like put more product and take this concealer out, and it's just too much. So you want to do the same thing. You want to slowly start to trace the top. I'm really trying to do it in the mirror because I feel like when I do it on camera, I can't really see what I'm doing and I start to mess up. But yes, I feel like when you start to see all of those red signs, it's kind of like, it's hard to ignore, sis. Like, eventually you're going to start to see more and more signs. And I feel like I've been there, done that. Like, I was in a situation where I knew he had like a bad attitude, and I knew he had like a temper problem, and I was just like, well, maybe I shouldn't say this, or maybe I shouldn't say that to avoid this. And it's not that I was scared of him. I'm not scared of nobody. I'm normally the type to like argue back and run my mouth and stuff, but I guess I'm just getting to an age where I'm just like, I'm not about to be trying to build a relationship with a guy and I feel like I have to put my hands on them, or I feel like I have to argue with them, or I feel like I have to get aggressive with them. That is so toxic and so draining and so unhealthy. That's not love. Like, that's not love. And I just feel like when you see those signs, those are early signs of some type of abuse. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm telling you, I cannot wait to get a camera. Because if my phone not going dead, my iPhone is telling me how much storage I got. And it just interrupts my video. So I got to speed this process along the way. We're almost done, actually. So as far as like blending the concealer, I just kind of like bring it down like this, to where it starts to look like eyeshadow. Because when you bring your concealer down, and y'all want to make sure y'all are not using a dry brush, makeup brush. I just kind of like wet mine sometimes with my setting spray. And you want to just blend it out. And I'm hoping that my concealer didn't get too dry with me trying to make room on my phone. Because you want to let it like marinate, but you don't want it to sit too long because it'll be harder to blend. And I think that's what's happened. But it's fine. Because we can most definitely clean that up. And this is what I mean as far as like this finally lining up. So y'all, when I start to do this part of my eyebrow, as far as like blending in the concealer, I just kind of like do this number. And then I start to like kind of like brush it out like this. And I normally would clean up the concealer before I start to put the foundation. But even if you put the foundation on top of the concealer, the foundation is going to cover up what you know, all of the light part of your concealer that you blended out. And if you don't put on any foundation or any other makeup and you just do your eyebrows, please clean this part up with like a makeup wipe or some type of wipe that can like wipe around. Don't wipe all of it. Kind of like leave a little bit, because you want to still give that effect that, you know, that they're popping. But you just don't want to leave too much concealer, because then you get that halo effect in your pictures. You get that flashback effect. And you want to make sure you're blending really, really good so that you do not have flashback in your pictures. So y'all, basically, if a guy is showing you all of these signs, all of these red flags that you know are red flags, don't ignore them. Address them. And if he doesn't want to change, then he's just not going to change for you. I'm telling you, a guy does what he wants to do. Y'all, to kind of like blend it even more, I take a damp beauty blender, and I just kind of like pat it to where it starts to look more like my skin tone versus concealer, which is how I got the look on the right. But basically how you would move on from a situation that you've been in. First of all, when a woman's fed up, it's nothing you can do about it. And R. Kelly said that the best. Because once we're fed up and once we're done with a guy, we're completely done with them. Like, we put our all into something, and when we're finally done, we're just ready to move on. So you have to learn how to, first of all, love yourself enough to walk away from the situation. Because when you love yourself and when you feel like you that bitch, or when you feeling confident and you know what you deserve and you know what you want in life, it's not going to be that hard to simply just walk away. I feel like a lot of women who stick around for it, it's something within them that's making them feel low. Like, they don't really love themselves enough to know their worth. They haven't been single long enough to be able to learn to love themselves, to know their worth, or this man is like really bringing them down. So you have to always be confident in yourself, feel like you that bitch, even if you have to like get up every day and put some makeup on or get your hair together or get cute just for no damn reason, just to go to the grocery store. You have to feel like you that bitch, because when you feel like you that bitch and you feel like you like, you know, like you shit, like basically you're not gonna let no man disrespect you. You're not gonna let no man get over on you. You're not gonna let no man play you. So when you start to feel like that about yourself, sis, I'm telling you, it's so much easier to move on. And when you don't wear your heart on your sleeve and fall for every nigga that come into your life. I had to learn that on my own. It only took me one heartbreak. And when I tell y'all, I was like depressed, I was crying, I was sad every single day, because this nigga literally just stopped talking to me and did not give me no type of explanation as to why. And I always feel like I needed that closure. But y'all, when I tell y'all, once I moved on, that was a lesson learned for me. I no longer wear my heart on my sleeve. It takes a lot for me to fall that deeply for a guy again. Like, I might catch feelings. Feelings are so normal. Like, women, we catch feelings so fast. Like, and you know, you might get butterflies or you might feel lust, but just don't fall so deep. Let them fall first. Let them fall first. And that's not to say if they fall first that shit is going to work out in your favor, but don't be so quick to express your feelings. Don't be so quick to be all up on them. Don't be so quick to always be available. Find something you like to do. Find something you love, whether it's a hobby, whether it's, you know, owning your own business, whether it's YouTube. Find something that's going to make you happy. That way you don't have to depend on a man to complete your happiness. Like, if you only are happy when you're with this guy, that's not good. Because when he disappoints you or breaks your heart and make you unhappy, you're going to feel like your world is just like crashing down when things don't work out. And it's going to take you forever to move on. So you have to learn how to love yourself. You have to find something else that makes you happy other than a relationship. Find something else that makes you happy other than a man. And I'm telling you, that's the easiest way to move on. And like some people say, it takes another man to help you move on. Like, once you start to see that attention from somebody else, it's not necessarily a rebound. It's not necessarily, oh, you just falling for him because you hurt. No, when you start seeing things in another man that you were missing in the last one, or when you start to get treated like you've been wanting to get treated this whole time, not necessarily saying go fall in love with the next guy and not give yourself time to heal, but that will help you move on when you start to associate with other male species. Like, that will help you move on. Like, tying yourself down to one person and you're not even married, if y'all don't even make it to the relationship part, you're already committed to somebody that hasn't even asked you to be his girl. You're already committed to somebody that doesn't even see fit in you as becoming, you know, his girl, let alone his wife. Like, you're already, you know, doing all this stuff that a girlfriend or wife does. and now that shit's not working out, you know, that's a lot to take in, and that's a lot to move on from. Because when you are with someone for so long and you put so much energy into this one person, not to even bring up soul ties when you're sexually intimate with this person, it's just kind of like now you have to start over. And that's where a lot of us, like, that's where we messed up, because we're scared to start over. But there is absolutely nothing wrong with starting over. And even if you just have to take some time to be single, sis, you don't have to go from one relationship to another. You do not have to be in a relationship. Sometimes you need that time to be single in order to learn to love yourself and find that hobby that I mentioned, or find that something pleasurable that's going to make you happy other than a man. You have to learn how to be single in order to move on from these toxic situations. If you don't know how to be single, you're going to go from one man to another. You're going to always fall for every man that comes into your life, because you don't know what it's like to be single. You're scared to be single. So you have to learn to be single. You have to be single to learn to be single. And you have to learn within that time frame of you being single, you have to focus on yourself. You have to, like, turn into the woman, or become the woman that you want to be, the wife that you want to be. And I'm telling you, once you become the woman that you want to be, and once you become the wife that you should be, your man will come to you. And that's what I'm learning for myself. I am single. I've been single for years, but I've been dealing with guys for like months on up to a year or two. Like, just a situation, not even a commitment, but a situationship. And so I'm teaching myself, damn, like, not saying that something's wrong with me, but it's just kind of like, maybe I'm not the woman that I need to be in order to love someone else. Or maybe I'm not the wife I should be in order for my husband to even acknowledge that, you know, like, I'm his wife when we meet. Like, maybe it's something that I need to work on for myself. So that's why I spend a lot of time by myself. Like, I've went up to a year without talking to any guys, without entertaining anybody. But I've taken breaks up to like a year. Like, when I went to school for medical assistant, that whole entire year and a half, I didn't deal with nobody. I focused on myself. And during that time, I was able to learn how to love myself. I was able to achieve a goal and finish school. I was able to spend more time with my daughter. So that's what I mean by you have to find something else that makes you happy. So that way, when a man is not making you happy, that's not the end of your world when things don't go your way. So you have to love yourself, sis. Like, that's all I can say is just love yourself. Be that bitch. Like, nigga, okay, if you're not gonna act right, deuces, like, bye. Like, you have to have that type of attitude, like, you don't need them. Because you don't need them. You don't need a man to complete you. You don't need a man throughout this journey of life. Like, you don't need them. Do you want them? Yes. Like, we do want a husband. We do want a boyfriend. We do want that type of attention from a man, but do we need it? Are we going to die without it? No. So you have to have that mindset that you do not need this man. You want him, but you don't need him. And once you learn that, you'll be able to just easily just move on. So y'all, this pretty much wraps up this video. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Make sure y'all go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to this channel. And turn on your post notification bell, because I will be participating in Vlogmas. I think I missed day 1 by a few minutes because it's now past midnight, so it's day 2. But I will be uploading tomorrow. But make sure you go ahead and turn on your post notification bell so that you can be notified as soon as both of these videos are uploaded. If you want to do more girl talk, let me know what topics you want to discuss in our next chit chat video. Maybe it'll be more juicy and I can get more into detail when I don't have to focus on like a tutorial, like trying to teach you guys how to do something plus talk. Maybe we could just do like just a girl chit chat. So I'm down for it, boo. Just let me know what you want to talk about next. We can have our wine and we can sip and we can chit chat. Like, I want to talk to y'all like y'all my girlfriends. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. And hopefully you get to achieve this look with this tutorial, because it's giving. I love my eyebrows. I think I did pretty damn good. And if you did achieve this look, make sure you comment down below and let me know if it was helpful. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I love y'all. Bye.